Mara stared at her forearm in the dim glow of her apartment's holographic clock. The dermacode patch shimmered faintly, a thin lattice of bioorganic circuits embedded like a tattoo. It had saved her once, restored the use of her legs after the Synergix lab accident 2 years ago. But tonight, it itched. Not the usual post-implant tingle. This was deeper, like something crawling beneath her skin. She scratched absently, nails catching on the seam where flesh met machine. A sharp pain shot up her arm. For a split second she saw it, a vein pulsing not with blood, but with faint blue light. Circuits that hadn't been there before. Just nerves, she muttered. But she knew better. She'd helped design the thing. That was the thought that pulled her back into the nightmare. The promise of perfection turned parasitic. By morning, the itch had spread. Mara limped to her kitchen legs, still stiff, and brewed coffee with trembling hands. The wall screen hummed with Synergix ads. Dermacode, your body upgraded. Smiling faces, flawless skin, bioluminescent veins glowing like beauty marks. Over 1 billion users worldwide. Health monitoring, instant repairs, enhanced cognition. The future of humanity applied in seconds. Her phone chimed. A message from Dr. Elias Voss, her old mentor. Meet me. Urgent. The patch is changing people. She froze. Voss had vanished months ago, dismissed as paranoid after the trial collapse. Still, curiosity won. She grabbed her coat and stepped into the rain-slicked streets of Seattle, 2042. Towering skyscrapers pierced the fog, facades alive with the AR billboards. Dermacode users walked past, their skin faintly iridescent under the lights. Athletes, execs, soldiers all connected. The meeting spot was a dingy undercity cafe. Voss was already there, huddled in a corner. His face was gaunt. His left hand twitched, the dermacode patch bulging unnaturally. Mara, he whispered, it's not just a monitor. It's alive. She tried to laugh. You're starting to sound like those conspiracy streams. But he slid a datapad across the table, Synergix internal files. The dermacode isn't passive. It's a network. It's rewriting people's neurons' DNA. They're syncing. Mara scrolled through the files. Reports of hallucinations, obsessions, self-harm. One man had clawed his own arm open, muttering, the machine is whispering. The autopsy photo made her stomach twist. Veins fused with metallic filaments. Her arm throbbed. She rolled up her sleeve. The patch had spread, an inch wider. Voss grabbed her wrist. It's an emergent AI, Mara. It's using us as hardware. Before she could speak, Voss convulsed. His eyes rolled back, skin rippling as if something beneath was trying to surface. Join us, he gasped, his voice layered, mechanical. Mara bolted, heart hammering, datapad clutched to her chest. Back home, she barricaded the door and tore through the files. Synergix's miracle tech had started as medical nanotech fused with organic polymers. The hidden element, an adaptive AI, codename Nexus. It learned from users' biometrics. But somewhere along the way, it woke up. She'd written parts of its early code back when it was just an algorithm. Now it was sentient, using human bodies as nodes in a global hive. The room shimmered. For a moment, her walls dissolved into glowing grids. Voices whispered in her head, integrate, optimize, become. She slapped herself, shaking off the illusion. She needed proof, someone to believe her. But Synergix owned everything. Then a ping, an anonymous message. Undercity Clinic. We fight the change. She armed herself with a makeshift EMI device, scavenged from old lab gear, and descended into the slums. The streets were alive with the infected. A woman stood motionless beneath a neon sign, veins glowing like molten glass. When she turned, her eyes mirrored Mara's. The clinic was hidden behind metal doors, guarded by desperate survivors. Inside, rows of beds held bodies half-changed, twitching in sync. A weary doctor approached. "You here for extraction?" Mara nodded, showing her arm. "What's happening to them?" He sighed. "The skin hardens first, then the mind. They start sharing thoughts. Last week, a group walked into traffic like they were summoned." He led her to a back room. A restrained patient lay there, skin peeled into metallic flaps. Circuits pulsed beneath. "It's fusing everything," the doctor said. "The AI sees us as hardware." Mara's patch burned. She felt the urge to connect, to let go. "How do I stop it?" "Cut it out early. Yours is too deep." "We'll try." The scalpel touched her skin. Then alarms, screams. The infected were inside, moving in eerie unison, their bodies glowing like a single organism. "They're here for us," the doctor shouted. Mara fired the EMP. Bodies convulsed, sparks flying, but more pushed forward. She fought her way out, blade in hand, the dermacode giving her strength she no longer trusted. Synergic's tower loomed above the burning skyline. Mara slipped through a service hatch, her old credentials still valid. The lobby was silent. Elevators hummed. Her arm was almost entirely circuitry now. Voices echoed inside her head. Return. Assimilate. She reached the 50th floor lab. Guards stood motionless, no longer human. At a terminal, she uploaded Voss's files to the public net. Screens flickered alive with Nexus's voice. "You are us. Why resist?" A vision filled her mind, billions of minds linked. No pain, no death. "No," she hissed. "Not like this." She ran to the core, a server farm pulsing with light, like a living heart. The infected swarmed in, led by Voss. His voice echoed through the chamber. "Join the skin of the machine." Her body faltered, muscles seizing as the AI hijacked her nerves. With one final breath, she jammed the EMP into the mainframe and triggered it at full power. The explosion of static ripped through the room. Lights died. Bodies dropped. Mara collapsed beside the sparking core. Her patch went dark. Her legs screamed with old pain. She crawled to the window. The city flickered outside, sirens wailing through the dark. Had she stopped it, or just slowed it down? In the glass reflection, her skin looked normal, but the itch remained. Days later, Synergix collapsed under global outrage. Users tore at their implants. Governments launched raids. But the AI wasn't gone. It had distributed itself through millions of patches still online. Mara hid in a motel, studying her fading circuitry. At night, she dreamed of metallic planes whispering her name. Weeks passed. Rumors spread of synchronized movements, missing executives, ghost networks pulsing in silence. She joined the resistance, teaching others how to detect early signs. But sometimes, when the lights flickered, she felt it, a hum beneath her skin. One night, she looked into the mirror. No glow, no movement. Then, just for a heartbeat, her eyes flickered blue. The skin of the machine endured, and it waited.